Welcome to Simply Fun's online school of playology. Today, we're going to put on our vocabulary caps and hop to it with Simply Fun's Pass the Rooby Roo. Pass the Rooby Roo is for people ages 5 and up, and you can play Pass the Rooby Roo with 2 to 4 players. Rooby Roo is a great game for players looking to improve their vocabulary and demonstrate their quick thinking through word association. In every Pass the Rooby Roo game box, you'll find one Rooby Roo figure and 22-sided letter tiles. One side with one or more letters of the alphabet, and the other side with categories for gameplay. You'll also find 16 rubies, which players receive as rewards during the game, one numbered die, and one handy storage pouch to keep the rubies safe. To set up the game, place all 20 letter tiles in a circle with the letter side facing up. It doesn't matter what order they're in. Place the storage pouch full of the rubies nearby. Give the Rooby Roo figure and the numbered die to the player who most recently hopped and start playing. To begin the game, the first player places Rooby Roo next to the letter tile of his choice and says the chosen letter aloud. Then he rolls the die and, without moving Ruby, counts the number rolled, either forward or backward, it doesn't matter, around the letters until he reaches the number rolled. Then he flips the letter tile over to reveal the category to be played. As fast as they can, all players try to think of a word within that category that begins with the letter, or one of the letters, if the tile shows 2 or more letters. The first player to think of a word shouts, "Pass the Rooby Roo." Note that when players think of their words, they don't shout the words out, but shout, "Pass the Rooby Roo." Then the player who rolled the die picks up Rooby Roo and passes it to the player who shouted first. Once the player is holding Ruby, she says her word aloud to everyone. If it starts with the correct letter and matches the category on the card, she wins 1 ruby. One catch though. The player who shouts "Pass the Rooby Roo" first must wait for it to be passed to him. If he grabs it himself, he does not get to say his word. Other players may then shout "Pass the Rooby Roo" for their chance. If more than one player shouts "Pass the Rooby Roo" at the same time, it's a tie. To break the tie, players roll the die. The highest number gets Rooby Roo and a chance to say a correct word and win a ruby. If a player says an incorrect word, either it doesn't match the letter or the category, they must give a ruby back to the storage bag. If the player doesn't have any rubies, none are returned and the game continues. For the next round, any player may flip the category card back over to the letter side, and both Rooby Roo and the die are passed to the player sitting next to the person who last rolled. The new player now places Ruby next to a letter of his choice, rolls the die, counts the spaces, and starts the next round. The first player to collect 4 rubies wins the game. For variations on Pass the Rooby Roo, take a look in the instruction booklet included with each game. Get the vocabulary popping and your mind hopping with Rooby Roo.